What's up, y'all? Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, we're going to be reacting to JxmyHighroller's video talking about how he made $1 million shot and they didn't want to pay him. Now, I've heard of this before, but again, I never went in depth with it. So I'm interested to see how this went. And like, did he get paid? Did he not get paid? All of those things. Jimmy's channel will be down below in the description. So for whatever reason, if you don't follow him, one of the GOATs, then I don't know what you're doing. You're making a big time mistake. Let's see it. Let's react to it. Let's talk about it.
You see this guy right here? This is Don Calhoun. He's a big Bulls fan. And he's about to do something.
Look at how Scotty and MJ are so happy in the background of this. Look at this, man.
That will change his entire life.
Yo, what? From the other free throw line? I thought it would be a half court shot. The other free throw line on an NBA court is ridiculous.
$1 million bucks? That young man being hugged has just won $1 million here at Chicago Stadium.
Look at this.
Don just hit a shot from 80 feet out.
80-footer. This is nuts.
A 3/4 court shot.
And it was straight cash.
Prize for nailing this absolute bomb, $1 million. He can't believe it. Fans erupt. Don joins the Bulls as they celebrate his victory. Michael Jordan.
Look at the refs are even pumped for him, man. The refs would never do something like that now. The refs just have such egos. It's sad.
His arm around Don and congratulates him. Good shot, kid. Don had just done the impossible. And with the game ball in one hand, $1 million check in the other, Don Calhoun did it. He was set. Except he wasn't.
And this was this now would be worth probably, again, I don't know exactly how inflation, calculates. Probably like 3 or 4 million though now, right? Like something like that, maybe more.
Due to a technicality in the rules of this contest, the insurance company that was required to make the payoff claimed they simply didn't have to pay the man. Don hit $1 million shot for absolutely nothing.
What? What did they say? There's no way. And especially that like MJ and all them were there, like there's no way. They gotta pay him. They just have to.
With $1 million on the line, do you think you could sink a three-pointer? Pretty incredible consolation for one simple shot, but no one in their right mind would ever offer such a prize for making a single three-pointer. Except they did. Back in the 90s,
what? For a three?
During NBA All-Star Weekend, the league and a sponsoring company such as Foot Locker, American Express, Sony would host a contest for fans. The NBA's $1 million shot. It was one of the most anticipated side events of the entire weekend, and out of the millions of fans who entered to win a shot, only one would be chosen to take it. Get selected, make a three-pointer.
Ew! What is that?
Win $1 million. An opportunity of a lifetime for 4 lucky contestants that were...
Man, this guy in third is going to airball. This guy in fourth looked like he need to just not take this shot. First 2 guys look like they got some potential.
Selected over the 4 years that the NBA hosted the contest. And to aid them in their quest for $1 million shot, each contestant was joined by a former or active NBA player to give them pointers and advice.
Was Muggsy Bogues a great shooter? I don't never even heard. I know he's short, so maybe, I guess.
In 1996, among the 6 million entries, 17-year-old Demetrius Houston was selected to take the $1 million.
Houston. He's probably Allen Houston's relative, bro. He probably knocking down this shot.
Shot. With George Gervin by his side and 17,000 fans looking on, Demetrius lines up his shot. And with $1 million on the line.
That don't look too good. That don't look too good.
He clanks it off the backboard.
I'm gonna say, that form didn't look too good, man. I had high hopes. It didn't look too good.
Gervin tells the kid not to worry about it, but I'm sure he did. In 1997, a man named Jim Valente was selected to take the $1 million shot.
This guy, like, just go golf or something, man. You're 60 years old. You're wasting your time.
His host and mentor for the event, NBA legend Oscar Robertson.
Big O.
A man who literally never made a three-pointer in his
entire...
That's
what I'm saying. Why are they having these guys be the shooting coaches?
NBA career. But Jim was focused. It was his wife's birthday. And what better birthday gift than $1 million check?
What better gift than an air ball? Air ball!
So Jim steps up to the line. He's ready. The ways in which he'll spend...
Look at how he's dribbling!
$1 million already racing through his mind. I'll get that Corvette I've always wanted. Sure look...
Why is his hand on the side of the ball?
Good in a Rolex.
Oh my
could
God.
really use a new deck out back. Maybe I'll get a boat.
Ah! guys off the court.
Or maybe you'll get nothing. After the shot, Craig Sager asked Jim about his experience. $1 million. Gone. What went wrong, Jim? Give us some insight.
How did you feel at the time? What went wrong? I think I just pushed it a little to the right.
I think you could take the shot 100 more times and probably not hit it with that form, man.
In 1998, a contestant named Sol Holkman was
Come on, Sol. Come on, Sol. Come on, Sol.
selected to take the shot.
This guy.
And for the first time in the
Look
contest,
it. There's no way. These contestants are handpicked, bro. They are handpicked. They know this clown is not hitting a shot.
history, a contestant actually hit the rim. Another
What are these guys? Why do they even register? My dog could turn into Air Bud and maybe have a shot over this.
year, another $1 million miss. But of all these $1 million shot events, none managed to top the one that started it all in 1995. The contestant that was chosen, 16-year-old Mike Hoban. For weeks leading up to the contest, Mike spent 2 hours a day, every day, shooting
I would too.
three-pointers. Accompanied by all-star Dan Marley, Mike was
This guy know how to hoop.
in. Going through the most meticulous shooting routine you'll ever see in your life, Mike prepares his shot
At least his hands on, like he got decent shooting for him.
by, quote, becoming one with the basket. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled a microscope out and studied the hoop to better his odds. Now he's taking phantom shots. His routine is becoming more unhinged
This guy's a head case, bro.
by the second. But it works for him. Friends and family look on, watching him live on TV, ready to witness history.
He might airball it, bro. He's so in his head, bro.
Mike is ready. He lines
He's
up
nervous.
the shot. He shoots.
Ew, bro, that's an airball. I told y'all, bro, it's an airball. You could just tell, bro. He was getting psyched out, bro. You could tell how nervous he was. Talking like reaching up to the rim, like taking form shots. Who do you think you are, bro? Like, get off the court, man.
And misses the rim by 2 feet. An
Not even
airball.
close, I told y'all, man.
The poor kid is devastated. Friends and family are stunned. All the while, the commentator of the event doing his best to help, but instead just pours on a slew of more disappointment in the process.
So young Mike Hoban has missed his shot at $1 million. The good news is, though, he doesn't win money, doesn't become a pro, and his college scholarship hopes stay alive. He'll go back to be the post-up player for his junior varsity team.
Yo! Why is he cooking him? Post player for the JV?
After the shot, Sager interviews the kid, where he has the bright idea of just asking for one more shot.
I wasn't really in that zone I wanted to be in, but, you know, one more shot. You would like one more shot, wouldn't you? Man, I would love another shot.
You'd like one more shot, wouldn't you? Mike never got another shot. 4 contestants,
Man, you can't airball it as bad as you did and say you weren't in the zone and won another shot. You
$1 million
can't.
on the line
If it
for
rimmed in and out, okay.
1 three-pointer
These
and
guys.
0 winners. And looking
That-
back on these contests, it's pretty remarkable that no one hit
Bro.
their million
That came up literally so short. It didn't even, man.
shots. Because countless fans and contestants have hit much more difficult shots for far less money. We've all seen these contests unfold in person. A fan gets randomly chosen out of the stands to come down and try to hit a half-court shot. The
I mean,
prize
that form is ugly
money
too. That looks
nowhere
good
near
right
$1 million.
there.
Usually the prize is $10,000 or maybe $20,000 or a car. This Mavericks fan hit a layup, a free throw, a three-pointer, and a half-court shot in sequence without missing. An anomaly of events in this context.
That's
His
nuts.
reward for the incredible feat, $3,000 worth of gift cards to a local furniture store.
Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Somebody does that. Y'all gotta give him some respect, man.
But it gets worse. Because at a Mavs game a few years later, this woman was put to the task of sinking a half-court shot. She's rocking
Bro,
the
my girl couldn't even get it to the rim. No way, right?
dirt gear. She's feeling good. Beautiful form. And drills the shot.
What?
Nothing but net. What was her prize for pulling this off, you ask? A 65-inch flat screen TV.
Come on, dog. You could buy that for $200. Like, well, come on, dog.
Absolutely appalling. This guy managed to drill a half-court shot at a Blazers game years ago and won round-trip tickets to anywhere of his choice. A pretty unlikely shot from the guy, but far from impossible. What is impossible, however,
cool. Round trip anywhere? That'd be kind of cool.
Is the fact that another fan hit the same exact shot 30 seconds later. It's clear that some people actually make these shots. So what would happen if someone actually did hit $1 million shot? What if instead of shelling out some gift cards or a flat screen TV,
So I'm saying, give something real, man.
had to actually hand over a 7-figure check to one lucky fan? It's April 14th, 1993.
Okay, Bill
the Bulls are
Cartwright.
facing the Heat in Chicago. The Bulls are on a roll coming into the matchup on a 3-game win streak. By
Hey, Ant! Oh, wait, never mind. That's Michael Jordan.
halftime, Chicago is up by 14. Jordan is killing the Heat, 22 points in the first half. It's a great time for home fans, as usual. But the real spectacle is about to take place. Throughout the 93 season, the Bulls hosted a promotion for their fans. Among the 18,000 fans in attendance for any given home game, one lucky individual would be chosen to shoot a 3/4 court shot to win $1 million. At the time, and to this
Bro,
day,
if this is sponsored by Coca-Cola, no way they tried to... $1 million to Coca-Cola is like $1 to me, bro. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. You can't pay that? Y'all sad.
even $1 million cash prize for such an event is unheard of. But the odds of such a shot going in are so
But y'all also have to realize a half-court shot is 10 times easier than a full-court shot.
astronomically
Or a 3/4
unlikely
score.
that the Bulls and the insurance company that would be responsible for paying out the prize money felt comfortable running the event anyways. Leading up to that Heat matchup, 19 lucky fans had attempted the halftime $1 million shot. Of the 19, 2 hit the backboard, 16 were air balls, and just 1 even hit the rim. An estimate of a fan chosen at random
Bro, do you realize how hard that is? That's a 70-foot
hitting
shot.
this shot, less than 1%.
Yeah, it's hard.
And so a member of the Bulls organization went into the crowd and selected a 23-year-old local by the name of Don Calhoun. The reason for selecting him? His shoes wouldn't scuff up the floor. Hopeful, but understanding the slim odds that he faced, Don walked down to the court and prepared to take his shot. A
Like,
fun
look at how
halftime
far that
gimmick,
is.
something to keep the fans involved. They just slapped $1 million on there to get everyone excited, but no one will ever hit the shot anyways. Chris Hammond, vice president of SCA Promotions, a leader in the promotional contest industry, looks back on the shot saying, "The perfect contest is like the most tempting carnival game. Just feasible enough to make people think they can do it while actually being extremely difficult."
And this is difficult. This is.
You could have Steph Curry out there and still make money.
I mean, Steph probably makes this shot 10% of the time, wide open. Maybe more. Like, Steph's a pro, though. Like, from 3/4 court, it's probably like 10%.
Well, Mr. Hammond, it's time to pay up.
And I could see if he, like, stepped over the free throw line or something, but that was legit, man. That's a legit bucket. He just changed his life forever. Think about it from his perspective. He just changed his life forever.
$1 million. That young man being hugged has just won $1 million here at Chicago Stadium. And for Don Calhoun of Bloomington, Illinois,
That's crazy.
a $1 million thrill.
In what is possibly the most inconceivable occurrence to ever happen on an NBA court, Don Calhoun drilled
Man, look at the ref. Imagine a ref having this reaction. Scott Foster, Bill Ken, like nobody's. They're just gonna stare. Look at this ref on the bottom side.
inconceivable
He's so
occurrence to
pumped.
ever happen on an NBA court. Don Calhoun drilled an 80-foot shot for $1 million. The whole place goes nuts. For a moment, it's like Don is part of this Bulls team and they just won another championship. Even
Everybody's happy for him. That's awesome, man.
the ref of the game comes over to congratulate
That's
him.
what I'm saying.
The man just did the impossible.
ref.
$1 million. That's more than half the guys on this roster made that
That's
year.
what I'm saying. $1 million back then is like 5 or 4 now. It's crazy.
And with the job complete, Don heads over to snap a photo with the check in one hand and the game ball in the other. He did it. At least that's what he thought. See, these promotions are combed through meticulously by some of the best lawyers money can buy. The rules and restrictions are tight. Break one of them and you can kiss those winnings
What did he
goodbye.
break, though?
Don Calhoun broke one of the rules. Not intentionally or anything, but among the stipulations of this promotion, one of them states that the contestant could not have played organized basketball within 5 years of the contest.
the stipulation? Are we for real, man? The kid is 23 years old. So if he played high school basketball, come on, man. This is just ridiculous. Why is he selected then? Okay, if this is part of the rules, why did they select him? No. Pay the man. No.
And just 3 years prior to this contest, Don was a member of the Troydan community basketball team.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what?
Contest people knew this. Don acknowledged this by marking the information on the contest form. But the contest people shrugged it off and gave him the shot anyways. The insurance people, however, did not. To them, it was a clear breach of the rules. Don should have never been selected in the first place.
It's not a breach. Okay, then why did you select him? It's not Don's fault. The dude went out there and cashed the shot.
And so the insurance company of the event disqualified Don out of his shot.
No.
And out of his $1 million.
Pay the man.
When news broke that the now local legend would not be receiving his money, fans were livid. As reports on the event grew, fan outrage grew with it. And within a week, the Bulls organization was under so much local pressure that they held a press conference announcing that they actually had a change of heart and they would pay up. A very strange and inexplicable decision.
Obviously, what? What are they trying to do, man? This is why you gotta be careful and read the fine print, because this is crazy.
Considering their stance just a few days prior. Don's $1 million split into 20 payments over the next 20 years.
I would get it if it was 20 payments over 20 months. 20 payments over 20 years is ridiculous. Now for Don, whatever, like you're getting what, $50,000 every year? Like that's fine, but come on, man. Give him the money up front and he can invest it and have so much now. That's just sad too.
First check for $50,000 was sent out that week. Technically, rules were broken, but Don was getting paid and he had no idea how or why. A year after his miraculous shot, Don heard that Michael Jordan would be in the area for one of his son's basketball games. A perfect opportunity for Don to get his $1 million game ball signed. So Don pulled up to the game in search of
this would be fire.
But with security flocking the NBA star, no fans were getting anywhere near him. But Don wasn't just an ordinary fan. He's the guy who hit the $1 million shot.
That's what I'm saying.
Jordan recognized him in the stands and had security bring him over after the game. And with his ball in hand, hoping to get an autograph, Don approached Michael. But MJ didn't call him over to give him an autograph. Instead, he had to ask Don a question. Did you get your money? A year after the Bulls had their change of heart and decided to pay him his money, Don finally got an answer why. Turns out the insurance company wasn't the one who paid Don. They never intended to. After hearing about what the insurance company was trying to pull, Michael Jordan, along with other players on the Bulls, told ownership they needed to pay up. And so the organization did, out of their own pockets.
What? No way the insurance company got away with this. Oh my gosh, man. This is so sad to me. This is so sad.
Legally, the parties involved were within their rights to void the payments altogether, but Michael felt like what they were doing wasn't right. And so he made it right. If it wasn't for Michael approaching ownership and demanding they pay Don his money, he would have never seen a cent of that $1 million.
This is just sad to me. Like, shout out to MJ and the team for doing this, but this is just sad. If there's a promotion and they select somebody, it's on them. This is sad. This is really sad. Like, this should be contractually upheld. Like, it has to. I don't understand.
So it turns out that even if it was for a brief moment, Don Calhoun was a part of the Bulls. Seeking nothing in return, Michael and the rest of the players looked out for Don. Oh, and that autograph Don wanted, a couple weeks later, he got that too. So what happens if someone actually makes one of those inconceivable $1 million shots? Well, one way or another, they get paid.
Maybe in this situation, but my thing is, like, every situation they should get paid if they are selected. If I go to a Timberwolves game, my favorite team, and they select me to do something, it's on them to make sure I fit whatever requirements they have. That's sad. Insurance companies are so sad. I'm glad my man got paid. Shout out Michael Jordan. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.